Hey guys, welcome back. We are getting back into some Cobra Kai. So it's been 3 weeks, sorry, I was eating a grape, since I've watched Cobra Kai. I don't remember a whole lot. I remember that Daniel is now teaching his karate to Johnny's son. I can't remember his name, the one that looks like River Phoenix. And Johnny has got his more selective group of students that are learning from him, including Hawk. I forget the girl's name, but her dad was a football player and she tackled the one guy. And is the one who originally started with Johnny, is his name Manuel? I think it's Manuel, I think. Can't remember that either. At any rate, we're getting back into the show. I have been wanting to watch it. I was just slowing down so I could get caught up on getting stuff edited and uploaded, making room on my disk for more storage and all that kind of stuff. So that was the whole purpose of doing that. And I'm actually getting ready to start doing reactions to American Horror Story season 9. It's the one after Apocalypse. It has a year as the title. Um, I think it's in the 80s, but I'm not positive on that. I have watched all of American Horror Story except for Roanoke. I tried to watch Roanoke and I couldn't do it. I didn't like the style that it was written in. I had a hard time following the story, and for all of the work that they've done on all the other seasons, I've loved all the other seasons. So I was really disappointed that Roanoke just threw me off that badly. So that's the only one I haven't seen. Since for the most part, the show is, oh, I forget the term for it. It's like Black Mirror, except for each series, each season, not for each episode. And it starts with an A. I forget the word. But at any rate, so I'm not too worried that I'm missing anything from missing Roanoke. I'm sure there's Easter eggs throughout because he tends to do that in each of the seasons, but I can't wait to watch it. So I am probably going to start recording those soon so that I can post those on Fridays. And Fridays, I think, will also be certain movies. There are some movies that it's just a crime that I have not watched. I've just never had the interest to watch them. But I figured this is good motivation to get me. She's staring at my grapes. She wants to lick them. Well, now she's not staring. I don't know what she's doing now. There are movies that I just need the motivation to watch them. I know they're classics. I know they're good for the most part, all that kind of stuff. And some of those movies are the Godfather series. What's the other one? That's like the Godfather. Goodfellas. Goodfellas I haven't seen yet. So I know it's a crime that I haven't seen those. That being said, some of the stuff that folks say are a classic and blah, 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 I just do not like. I do not like the Stanley Kubrick version of The Shining. I much rather have The Shining 97. Granted, it's 5 hours long, so I know, long movie. But I think it's just so much better because you get so much more of the backstory and understand things better. And I like the fact that it's actually filmed at the hotel that inspired the story in the first place and all of that kind of stuff. So for you classics out there, just know there's some stuff I'm not going to like. And if I know right off the bat I'm not going to like it, I will let you guys know. I won't record it just because that would be an unpleasant experience for you and for me. So, but I think that's what I'll do with Fridays for the most part. Cobra Kai. I don't know which episode we're on, but let's watch it. A little Twisted Sister in there. I hope everybody's had their tetanus shot. At least dog bites are the cleanest bites you could have.
Cause it's an alpha move, man. Babes love when you treat them like crap. Anyway, eventually the girls got so pissed off one of them.
No, they don't.
For Valentine's Day, instead of rings, I gave her this pink jelly bracelet.
Jelly bracelets, jelly shoes.
She gave me this.
Those were the times.
Man, it's been too long. There's this kid, Robbie, who works at the dealership. We trained
Robbie.
Mickey, go get cleaned up. Yaya's making seco de carne.
Okay. Bye, Sensei.
I see.
Something meat. Carne might be beef also.
It's no bother.
Freeze, you can't get hurt. At least not permanently. It'll be fine.
So, have
Johnny's
you
a little
always
bit
been
like
in
me,
this-
a little too honest.
Let's just say he was a very bad man. I had to get far away from him.
Sorry to hear that.
I must stink really bad. He's done that twice
Not that
now.
long ago.
Either that or it's you. Are you scaring him? She's been a bit bitchy all day. Oh, he's trying to clean up his act because he likes that family. Maybe even the mom.
Good. Just text me if there's any bloodshed. Robbie, give me a hand with this. We're gonna take the SUV. Bye, sweetheart.
Bye, Dad. Have fun.
Good luck.
It's nice meeting you.
You
They
too.
doing the water training,
And
balancing on the
good luck
boat.
with
When I was a kid, Mr. Miyagi took me to this beautiful lake up north to train. I tried to take Samantha there once, but after the drought, it's become more of a puddle.
I would have to look up and do some research on locations and that sort of thing. But I wonder if the lake from the Karate Kid, where he was doing his training that Mr. Miyagi took him to, is the same lake that they used in Dirty Dancing, because that lake dried up and there is no more lake, which is kind of weird. I'll have to do some research on that. Let's see this nice, clean, new place. Wow. Looks decent. And he's even got food in the fridge. And he didn't grab the beer. We're making progress. Wonder what movie that is.
Headed home?
I think he's afraid of Purdy.
Training ain't over yet.
Because that's
May
the
know
fourth
moves,
time.
but none of... There it is. You all right?
Nice way to hide the mattress to fall on.
Yeah.
Hide it under some leaves.
Mr. LaRusso?
He needed his body to angle a little bit more to center over the point.
Almost.
They were using wires
doing?
there.
I said I wanted my bagel toasted. It feels like I'm biting a sponge.
You're not
We've
paying
got
me
him
to cook.
back.
You're like I pay at all.
Is Johnny going to visit him? Uh-oh. Oh, great. Oh my. We got some trouble going on. So Purdy and I just got done watching episode 8. That's what episode we were on of season 1 of Cobra Kai. And it's that old fable, 2 step forward, 1 step back. Louis just making everything worse. And then, of course, Johnny is making strides at getting better, but then something sets his temper off. And now we're going to have Robbie and Manuel at each other's throats, and Robbie's not going to know why, while they might end up saying, I have a feeling he'll end up saying at the tournament, though. It would be nice, and I don't know if this is where the series as a whole is going. It'd be nice if Johnny's good deeds that he's doing matches up with Danny's. He's been doing good deeds, but not doing them quite as so superior, for lack of a better way of putting it. It would be nice if they could come together and do a dojo together. But of course, then you wouldn't have a TV show, because who's going to be the villain? Johnny telling his story the way he did, I know it's supposed to be his perspective, but he obviously put spin on it as well. It wasn't the full truth. So it's interesting to see his students take different responses. Manuel believing him 100%, and then you've got the girl, and I can't remember her name, saying, from what I know of Danny, he's not that bad, Mr. LaRusso. So you've got a little bit of dynamics going on within the group itself and how they're taking the information. Then you got Sammy, who hears what Danny is saying, or Sam, hearing what Danny is saying, but not necessarily believing him because she knows the students. She doesn't know Johnny, though. So it's a whole mess of things. And also them saying, oh, there's no way Cobra Kai can change. They're just bullies. No ifs, ands, or buts, kind of thing. Not giving it a chance for 20 years later, 30 years later. How many years later are we? I forget where we're at in the timeline of how things could have changed, especially since it's not the same sensei. Although I think he comes back in one of the seasons, doesn't he? Or did we have him in one of the last episodes? I know we had him in the flashbacks, but I don't think the flashbacks have been redone. I think that's all footage from the original movie, isn't it? I think. I think the sensei of Cobra Kai comes back in today's timeline, but I might be wrong on that. So at any rate, that's where we're at. I've got a cat that wants to sit up on the chair with me, but every time he sees her, jumps back down. I don't, I, you might have been able to see, let's see here. A couple of them will be out of shot because they're right here. But there was one or two that were right here. So I'll get a few of those shots in at least. Oh, and the high-heeled jelly shoes. I meant to comment on this. I had a pair of raspberry high-heel jelly shoes. The heel was only about that big. I mean, it is about an inch, and that's about it. I loved them. I wore them out, and there were a couple of years in high school that I did the Valley Girl as my theme. I had oversized sweatshirt. Of course, this is when I was skinny. I had oversized sweatshirts. I had the tight pants and the leg warmers. I had the beads hanging down, ponytail to one side, blue. Um, I know blue eyeshadow. I think I had blue mascara and blue eyeliner as well. And of course, I had my gum, and I did a lot of like and totally, which was not too hard for me to pretend to do because I did it all the time. I would say like every other word. So the fact that and so and are my words I trip over, I'm doing much better. But I would say like and totally and gag me and all that. I did the Valley Girl talk even though I was no Valley Girl. It was just one of those phases in the 80s, and it drove my mom nuts. But I've got a picture of my high heel jellies. I will, if I find it, here it is. I finally ended up, I can't remember if I donated them to the thrift store or just ended up throwing them away because they were so stiff you couldn't really wear them anymore anyhow. And the nail on the heel was worn. Um, I wore them out, but I don't have them anymore. But I think I've got a picture of them somewhere. So thank you for joining me on this episode. I will see you guys on the next episode. Bye.